he got
She
weird.
sent him a titty pic, and I was in the car.
It was not a titty pic. It was a very beautiful photo.
I was going to say, it was a great titty pic.
Titty pics are beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's nothing.
I'm very proud. Oh, okay, yes. Thank you.
Wasn't shaming it. I was just saying you just sent like a really titty pic.
It was
a great titty pic.
We love a great titty pic.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites I've ever taken. It will be the entry like photo to get to my funeral. Like
for sure, like the invitation or something.
Oh yeah, you should turn it into
like save the date.
You should. Oh,
yeah.
And that's modest.
Right? It's very modest. There's no nipple.
I know. And then the best part is,
what cup size are you?
Well, she's gone down in a size because of Vyvanse, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I know. I've lost my
They look massive, but okay. I'm like a good C at best. And this is with implants. So you can imagine what I was without.
You have great titties.
It was giving, you know.
What were your tits like before?
Hadn't hit puberty yet. It was just, it's like a, you know, if this is
like a bug bite.
No, but more than that, I've seen actual bug bite titties, and you know, all titties are beautiful. Let's start with there. But like, think like if this is, you know, the chest, it was just like a little nice little boop. That was it.
It was a boop.
A boop. I will say there's something chic about no titties. You know what I mean? Like
if you have a fat ass.
Well, yeah. But also like I was just thinking like in a fashion sense, like there's just like certain outfits like you could just totally wear when you have no tits and it just looks so like glamorous. You know?
I think there's what?
Versus when you have tits, it makes it look a little bit, you know.
There was that one phase where, because, you know, if you think about like the late 2010s, it was like 2015 to like 20
like BBL
20 no
phase.
it was just like big butts, tiny tits. That was like the
BBL, the thing.
And I think like that was such a beautiful moment because I think we can all appreciate any boobs, right?
Yeah, now we're like the Ozempic era, so
and I don't
think
like that.
Yeah,
bring back tits.
Bring back tits.
I feel like I need to start that.
I
feel like I need to start that episode.
Okay.
Welcome back, Double Teamed fam. I decided to come out of retirement mainly because 2 brands wanted to pay me to do so. Shout out to them. We love. But also because I genuinely miss my creation.
I was going to say, what the fuck?
This is my child.
Yes.
And here's the thing about, you know, Niki and I giving up the podcast. Obviously, like, we're living apart. We're not going to sex parties anymore. We're not, you know, exploring like we were in the past. We're settling down. We're turning a new page in the book and, you know, rewriting or starting a new chapter. And I think it's like a lovely part of life to go through this. Like, but then I look back and I'm like, you know, this podcast led to so many incredible experiences and like so much cool shit. But B, like, and it's also like this really, you know, cool memoir of my late 20s. You know, when you think about it,
your little hoe phase.
Well, and not even that, but also just like rediscovering myself, you know, and healing. I think a lot of a lot of our audience got to see Nicole and I go through very, you know, hard times in our lives. Nicole's divorce, me going through, you know, the changes in my relationships at that time, all of that. So like it, you know, it's a really beautiful like memoir, but also like it was top 10 in the United States.
Yeah.
In the sexuality category. It blew up and it helped a lot of people. And I look back at all of that and I'm like, I fucking did that. Like I did that. And then we're just like, bye guys, never mind. Love you all, but we're out, you know? So it's like, you know, but then I sit in this chair now and it's like, this is my baby, you know? Like, so it's, I thought I was going to cry. I think I'm too hyped up on caffeine right now to do that.
It's okay if you could cry. We could all cry, yeah.
But I feel like it's an honor to sit in this chair And especially it's an honor to sit in a chair here and get to, do this with you guys again because it does feel so special. And you've been such a pivotal part of our journey as podcasters. So yeah, welcome. Welcome to Team PM. Welcome, Rosen.
Rose and Steph. We have Rose and Steph here actually, guys.
Rose and Steph are here. The Sunnies were my idea.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said that because I feel like there is something really interesting about the sudden shift, I think that you guys were so in this lifestyle and to shift was just kind of I think maybe as a friend I was a little concerned wait, one, I mean I know out of maybe most of anyone I worked so close to you and Niki and saw the dedication and saw the drive and the love for what you guys did with your show that I was just how can because I feel the same way with my show. I'm how can they just stop? What's
right?
Because I think too, it's I know that the whole non-monogamy and your sexuality and your life at sex parties was such a big part of the show and your guys' journey. But just because you guys are settled and in this new era doesn't mean your life stops, Yeah. And I think I also could relate to that in a lot of ways because when I started the show, Brocal Therapy, if y'all didn't know, if you're new here.
This is Steph from Brocal Therapy.
When I started, I was single as fuck. I could not even keep a man. I just was completely different person. And this was back in 9 years ago now. And so when I got into a relationship with Brian, I was I'm in a relationship now. What the fuck am I going to talk about? People are so used to seeing me go on dates and bring guys that I've had sex, so it was it's a shift, but then you just figure it out. But I don't know. But yeah,
well, what's funny is when I posted that story a few weeks ago where I was I'm going to have Steff and Rose on the pod. What should we talk about? Everybody was how's life?
Yeah.
And I'm bro, I don't want to talk about life. I want to talk about, what do you guys want to talk about? What interests, what subjects do you want? Give me some tea. But everybody was please tell us, how are you doing? And then there were the occasional feet pic question mark.
Oh,
yeah.
What's your score on Wiki Feeds?
I don't know. I'm so curious though. I think
put them up. Show them.
Right.
Show your results.
I don't think.
Oh,
am I
did
on
I step on?
How do you just sign up for Wiki Feeds, or other people just put you on Wiki Feeds?
I don't know, but there is that ranking system.
Yeah, there's a ranking system.
I'm so curious what my feet would rank. I have to say, after doing feet pics, I realized I actually do have a beautiful foot.
You do. You have
You have great
They're
feet.
very sweet, very petite. They would be great stars on Downton Abbey or something, I feel like.
Wow.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And your sister also probably has the same feet. So imagine twin feets. That's a thing.
Double feets.
Double feet.
Double features.
That should have been your OnlyFans.
Okay, Brian, just do some
double feets.
Double feets. And
all
then,
right, so
intertwining.
Wait, first little subject I want to talk about. We were kind of touching on this before, and it sounds like you had a story.
I do.
I do want to talk a little bit about period sex. I was trying to think. I was is period sex vanilla or is it kinky?
Or strawberry.
What's
What
strawberry?
fruit is it?
What fruit is it?
Oh,
I was
how
just saying 'cause
fruity
it's
is
pink.
it?
I'm not big on period sex personally. Well, it depends on what day, right? But for a very long time, there was a gentleman that I was seeing who would only go down on me when it was that time of the month. He called it his vampire. He was really into Blade. And so he called it his Blade fantasy, basically. Anyway, so he went down on me, and then I was you should probably I don't know, see someone about that. Not that it was bad, but because why are you craving a girl's blood, basically? And then I found out that he had an iron deficiency. Ooh. And that was his whole thing, is that he just really needed iron. And so
then that's why he was craving it. It's because
yeah,
so was he just
much.
craving it he was thirsty for it like a fucking vampire?
Kind of. He just really it turned him on, how most people are turned on by certain things. It was he just was wait, are you on your period? And I was yeah. And then he would just literally go down on me for
hold on
hours.
Did he know?
How far along? Sorry, how many days in?
Yeah, wait.
That matters.
He's never done full, you know how like for me
Second
it's
day.
the middle. Yeah, he's never done middle days. It
I
was
was gonna
always
say,
either the
second
beginning
day's
or
the
the ending.
Okay.
Oh.
But it was never like the high, you know, like do not look at me demon days that most women experience.
See, I
Which
was
is like
gonna
the
ask, like, is he slurping the blood down?
But no,
also,
he just
like,
was going down, you know, like how he normally he would, but it would never be like it would be like what I call the early days where you're just like spotting. And then what I call like the last, like getting the last of the ketchup bottle days, you know, where it'd just
Yeah.
be like a sneeze and then something would come out and you'd be like, oh, okay, then my period
That's
is
not
ending.
how my period works.
That's how mine works.
Oh.
do you think like, okay, so like for example, we all have like our own blood types. If you swallow a different blood type, does anything happen?
I don't think so. I am O positive, which is very
Universal.
good. Yeah.
We love universal.
Thank
queen.
you so much. I think everyone needs to know their blood type.
I don't know my blood type.
Okay, I love you hoes, but the fact that you know everything about astrology, but you don't know your blood type, I'm very concerned.
I think
That is a
I'm
concern.
an
AB?
Nope, A. Isn't there A minus and A plus?
Yeah. Okay, so you.
But I had my blood work done. Maybe if I looked at my thing,
you
let me look
should.
at my like results.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because I
And
got my
everyone should
blood.
donate blood. It's very rewarding. Sometimes they give you gift cards. I got a gift card recently.
Bro, I hate needles. Like, I hate them.
And I had this issue all the time, and I think I need to drink more water. They could never find my vein.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the
you need to
last
be
time I got
hydrated.
like tested. Literally,
Oh,
it was
let me
like
see.
they tried like multiple times. They could not find my fucking vein.
Yeah, you need to stay hydrated.
And I've been like that for like, I mean, I can't even like majority of my life.
Yeah, where is it?
I know
I'm like,
exactly,
I
and
can't
they
see
like
it.
poked
Let
me
me
a few
put my
times, like trying to
glasses on
find
so I
it,
can
and
see
so
it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's hard. Wait, make a fist.
yeah.
Start strangling her arm.
So
Oh,
it's,
you have one right here.
okay.
Okay, you do have
Oh,
a
it's
tiny
to the
one.
side.
Yeah, but you can be careful with that because of like where you're hitting.
Have they never tried to do it via the hand?
Yes.
That's how NICU nurses do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yes, but like everyone's period is different and everything. And I also have endometriosis. So I sometimes will have periods that last like a month long, which is why this love affair lasted so long, is I feel like he just was very happy.
Yeah,
And
he
he'd
was
be
like, "Yes, I got
oh,
someone
yes,
with-
I got so much. You
So
know?
him being anemic made him. So
I
I'm still
guess.
trying to wrap my head around
Because
this.
your blood has iron in it.
So
And
he was trying to slurp down some iron.
I guess so. That's just like one of
Like
the
it, like it
things.
turned him on. Like it actually affected his like libido.
Yeah, it really was like his like kink and his thing was like going down on a girl.
What
during
if
her
he
period.
wasn't low on iron, was able to get his fix?
I think so. What's
Then would
crazy
he
is
just not-
I stopped talking to him once he figured out that he had like an iron deficiency. Now I just think it's really. I don't think the two are necessarily related. I just think it was hilarious that the
That
fact
it was
that
like-
it was those two things linked.
It was a
and
coincidence.
Then, yeah, it was
Yeah.
a pure coincidence. But I just think it was hilarious because I was like, oh yeah, like you should look into this. You know what I mean? Just because like I'm interested. Also, anyone who has a kink, it's like how and when did that start? Like what was it that did it for you?
What's
and
the
it was
psychology of
So
that.
we're
Yeah.
calling period sex kinky.
I think,
You said earlier it's just nasty.
but I meant it in a good way, like
Okay.
nasty,
Yeah, yeah.
like a good, like
nasty,
like nasty, you know, like
nasty
that nasty girl, nasty. Yeah, I think. I mean, maybe it's a kink, but I also feel like, why the fuck is it a kink? It's so fucking normal. Do you know what I mean? That I'm just kind of like, maybe it is a kink, but I don't really think it should be.
But some people are so grossed out by it. So that I'm like, is
That's
it
what I'm
normal?
saying. Like, it's one thing if it's just like, maybe it's like the only thing that gets. I don't know. I think it's just so normal that I don't like when guys or people just shame just like the period sex. And
put a
this, yes,
towel
Brian,
down.
I'm talking about you, my own boyfriend of 5 years.
Wait, he's not a fan of period sex?
No, and I accidentally tricked him into having period sex with me recently because I thought it was done.
Oh, that's not your fault.
Well, no,
That's not
you
a
know
trick.
what?
That's why I said accidentally tricked him.
But that's
And
the thing is sometimes if you are done and you have sex right after, it can just
It just, yeah, and that's what
cleans out the
happened.
rest of that pipe, you know?
Like I
then-
said,
and like what
hitting the ketchup bottle. You're like, there's
There
still
you go.
more
That's
ketchup.
so true. Exactly. And I just think, he didn't shame me for it, but it was just kind of like, oh, like you could tell you're just like, oh, there was a lot of blood on my tutti.
No.
You didn't say
last
tutti,
time my boyfriend and I had period sex. We had just woken up and I was on top and I just like looked down and it was like just.
It was beautiful.
It was everywhere. And I was like, oh God, however we thank God for waterproof blankets.
Yes. Lay a towel down, have shower sex. Like that's what period sex is for. Have you ever done it where you put a heating pad while he's having sex with you? It's really nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Good tip.
I'll hit it from behind and then I'll lay down on my stomach with a heating pad and then he just does what he does and I just sit there and I'm just like, how lovely is this?
But is that like day 2 or?
This is like final days. You know what I mean? Because I also feel like sometimes an orgasm helps with cramps. That's like a relation that happens. So if you're really, Brian, Brian. So sometimes an orgasm helps with cramps, also helps with orgasms can help with headaches too. And sometimes a lot of people I definitely get really bad headaches, migraines during my period. And so that can kind of help. It also, because you're like focusing on that area, you're helping with like a lot of the like muscle spasms and tension and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a good thing. I feel like maybe it's like kinky vanilla. Like
kinky vanilla.
It's on the vanilla side of kinky things.
Yes.
But not. I got you.
Yeah.
Yes,
I also was like Brian. Sure, I get it. Like I feel like some guys they don't want to get messy like that, which I can completely understand. What I am always like fascinated by in particular is the fact that how many dudes I know that are like down for it. They're like, yeah, no, I don't really mind. Like I'm so for it. What?
Shout out to Bobby. Did I used to call him Bobby? I forgot my whole name.
I was going to say Bobby.
I mean, he was actually on the show years ago. Anyways, but I remember this is obviously when I was single, 2019, and we were dating, whatever, and he wanted to have sex, and I was like, I'm actually on my period, and he's like, I don't care. I was like, all right, and this was like first, second day, like I was
the massacre.
Yes, it was a messy period, and so he had white sheets and I was like, well, I don't want to get his white sheets dirty. So then I was like, let's put towels on the floor. And then we
hook up on the floor
and had sex on the floor. And then afterwards we were done. He had blood all over his body. I had blood all over my body. Like it was a messy time. But it didn't get on the floor.
Sacrifice.
Did you write like a little, draw a little penis with the blood?
I should have.
Because people do on cars.
It literally
was
put on
war paint,
Yeah, exactly. Put it on my face. Do a facial with it. Yeah. It was a crime scene. Like it was that messy because I have really heavy periods.
Proud of you.
And I was proud of him too. I was like, that's a good man.
That's a good man, Savannah.
And then he broke up with me, I'm pretty sure, pretty soon after that, but it's okay.
Well, you know what? It's okay. You got what you needed.
Yeah. And he liked hairy vaginas. So I was like, thank God I didn't have to shave or prepare. Because he was into it.
Okay, but you know my rule about that though.
What?
I will not do anything to my body. If a man wants me to be waxed, hairless, whatever, he has to pay for it. I will not. No.
This is true.
This is so true. I make men pay for it.
What is your preference though?
I'm fine. I mean, I shave my leg. I mean, today, I shave my legs. I shave my armpits. I shave my legs. That's like my thing. But I personally don't care about hair down there. I like it because it's a natural thing. I mean, the best thing about a vagina is that it's a self-cleaning oven, right? Like hair also helps keep away bacteria, all that stuff. Like hair is a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But if a guy's like, no, I want it full bald, I'm like, okay, then you have to pay for it because I don't need it. And you'll be surprised at how many men are either okay with a hairy vagina after that or will pay for a waxing. So that's my thing.
Cami strikes me as her vagina's waxed. Or lasered off.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I laser and I still have to do touch-ups and I epilate and it has to be bare as fuck down there. Mm-hmm. If I'm watching porn and the chick has a hairy vagina, I'm like, nope. And you know what? Yeah. I reflect on this often because I was like, in my mind, I'm like, is this internalized misogyny that was taught to
1000%, because me too, bitch.
Or, you're the same way?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, right? And it's like, oh my God, gross, like hair. But then I think about it and I'm like on my boyfriend, like, I love when he has a little bit of hair.
See?
It's so cute.
It's nice.
But it's like only for him, like, but then I think about women and I'm just like, but then, you know, I think about what everybody has different preferences and I'm like, okay, great. Like I love that for all of them. But for me,
I'm the same way too. I mean, I'm not lasered or anything. Like I definitely have a hairy vagina and it's probably stays hairy most of the time. But when it's hairy, like Brian's not eating it out. Like I don't think he cares, but it's just for me, you know? So then,
interesting.
yes. And I mean, literally perfect example. Last night I was like, I really want him to eat me out tonight. And so I like shaved like right before we like got intimate and stuff. And he didn't ask me. I just was like, I don't know. I just, again, the internal misogyny, just always been taught that like they shouldn't. And he's never, he honestly said he doesn't mind, but I'm like, I don't feel clean unless it's like bare, you know?
I mean,
and then he ate me out. He ate me out good.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times when it's like, you know, I've gone a few days without, you know, a few hairs pop up, you know, 'cause I have lasers. So it's like, it's not like a full bush comes on, but like, you know, 3 hairs will pop up and I'm like, fuck, you know, my boyfriend doesn't give a shit, you know, like he doesn't care, but I do. So
It's weird because honestly, most guys, not all guys, trust me, most guys actually really don't care as much as we think they would.
Yes.
Did you ever find that? Because that was something I would come across was like, I actually, maybe when I was like younger, like early 20s or like in high school, because, you know, who was fucking high school, like they kind of cared. But I felt like as I've gotten older, like my later 20s, like mid 20s, the guys that I was messing with, they really just, no one was like shaming it. You know?
I definitely think that a person, the way that like you think people care is very different from the way they actually care.
Yeah.
And I think that goes for a lot of situations.
They're just happy for pussy.
Right.
And that's something I had to tell myself. It was like, look, they care more about just getting in there.
Wait, that leads me to, I had a question. So you went to some play parties recently.
Yes.
How was it like seeing people naked like that for the first time? Like, I feel like it's always, at least for me, like I feel like when I first started going to sex parties, when I used to go to them, like it was definitely like, it felt natural in a sense.
Yes. Yeah. I thought I would be a little bit more like uncomfortable maybe. And because I think when we, you know, especially when you guys would talk about sex parties and I would hear about sex parties, it sounds a lot more like scandalous than what it feels like. So to hear about it, to talk about it, sounds like, oh my God, that's crazy, a sex party.
You're right.
And then when you're there, you're like, this is actually weirdly normal and feels so natural. Like you're like, wait, this is, and you know, you're seeing all these fucking titties and dicks like everywhere.
Love
and it feels really comfortable and natural. So
but isn't it so funny, like when you see like a fully clothed person and like a naked person, like having a conversation? Like, how's your mom? You know, and like one person's just sitting there, like, yeah, you know,
literally just like with their dick out and everything, and then I think it felt really natural and comforting, which because it is at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because all of this sex and everything is such a natural human instinct. So like it almost being there and seeing everything almost like took away the taboo-ness of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it feels like we're just like in our natural habitat almost.
See, and I feel like everybody needs to experience that because like, you know, you see like the videos online where it's like a person gets really mad about like a mom breastfeeding or something like that. And it's like, why? It's a boob. A baby's on it. You know, like it's just
why are we sexualizing that? Yeah, it's just a natural thing.
Like, yeah, exactly. So it's like that's one thing that I really appreciate about sex parties is like it really did just make it feel like, oh, we're all just human bodies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally human bodies.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Shame is just a feer tactic to control women pretty much.
Oh, sorry.
My God. Take your birth control.
It wasn't.
Just kidding.
I'm not on birth control because I'm trying to be birthed or I'm trying to birth.
Oh.
I'm not trying to have a kid. I
that's
just
right.
want him to knock me up.
My mom was so big on that. She was like, Steph, you become pregnant. Get pregnant. Don't get married. Get pregnant. That was my mom's number one
I kind of
advice.
want to invite your mom to like our wedding. I'm not engaged either.
Yeah. No, she'll be there. She'll be my date. Don't worry.
Yeah.
She'll for 1,000% will be
but then
there.
I'm also worried for your mom to meet my mom because I feel like it's so opposite.
No, I think they'll have a lovely conversation about how great you are.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cami, go ahead. This is your show, not BGT.
No. We all have a seat at the table.
Yeah. I was like, let's not
Wait,
take over.
I have a quick question because,
answer.
and this kind of segues nicely. Like how, because I've been seeing the clips and I've been meaning to watch the episode because now I'm super interested. Like, how was that episode with your mom? Like,
Oh, incredible.
what did you learn?
I mean, I feel like you already know your mom. And I mean, okay, here's the thing. Rose is such an incredible person. We all know her for how loud she is, how charming she is, how smart she is, and how fucking funny and wise and of a book nerd and a feminist she is, right? We're just like, you
With
like
a great
feel it
rack.
instantly. Yeah, with a great set of tits.
Thanks, you guys.
And like you
look good to actually.
Wow, actually, yes.
Hi,
Clip
that new
this,
bra.
clip this, and
Okay,
then
y'all
put
are
this on
getting
your
a
Raya.
treat today.
I was gonna say, put it on the Raya.
Put on the
Everything's
Raya.
putting on the Raya now.
Also, is that a bolo tie?
Yeah, it is. It's just a bolo tie with a rose on it. Name brand.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my mother.
So Exhibit A, right? Exhibit A. And so meeting Kathy was, aka Rose's mom, like you just understand why she is the way that she is. She is literally a carbon copy of her mother. And to hear, it's like one thing to hear like someone our age talk about like womanhood and women's rights and like all those things, but it's interesting to hear it from like respectfully an older generation.
Yeah, she's 75. She's very
75.
proud of it.
She's 75?
Yeah, and
Oh,
she
wow.
lived.
I know she's a white woman that ages well.
She looks
Isn't that crazy?
great.
I know.
And
Shout
she
out.
was
lived
maybe, like,
through
early
like so
60s.
many.
Right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But she lived through different waves of just like feminism. You know what I mean? And like it's not even like a political episode, but it's just the fact that like birth control was something that was like invented in her time too. So then the views on like sex and everything is just really interesting to hear from like her end, because you're like, yeah, this isn't like a new age Gen Z thing. This is interesting to hear it from a different generation. And I think for me, what was huge about it is because like my mom is just like complete opposite. I mean, my mom loves Charlie Kirk, and so
Oh, is your mom a Trumper?
yeah.
So is
proudly.
mine. I
And
struggle
yeah, of
with
course.
that.
I think that's the thing though, right? Most of our parents are like in that generation are most likely going to be conservative, and my mom and my
For
family
the wrong reasons.
yeah. And my family, I was raised very religious in like a religious household. So like my upbringing and, being raised by a different archetype of a mother, which is, it's different, especially because I'm not like that. So to hear from someone who is a mother and to have that like same perspective and views on things like I have is just like really like, it just made me feel really good.
I was going to say, did it make you want to cry a little bit? 'Cause
No, I cried 1,000 times, and not even on the show. I cried editing, so, and like making the clips, like I would just
But
cry. So.
It is really nice when like you can connect with older generations that way, because at the heart of it, I think for a lot of the conservative parents that our generation may have, it's like I don't think they're actually conservative. I think they're just like really scared of their religion and like hell, and then they get guilt tripped into thinking that whatever that party's doing is what's right, and it's like, oh, because it's Christianity or whatever, or like God's at the center, when it's like but anyway, I don't want to make
I think for me, and I mean, listen, I'm just gonna say it outright, and it's fine, whatever, people could disagree, whatever. I think religion is very useful in a lot of ways, and it makes people feel seen and heard and like grounded. But what I have an issue is when people use religion to control people. And I think that's exactly just what's been happening.
No, exactly.
So,
and that's the thing,
yeah.
is like, and I think if you really think about it, that taints
Religion.
the religion.
Yeah.
Like, because think about all the beautiful religions that we actually have in this world.
Yeah.
Like Buddhism and, you know, all the Islamic religion. I don't remember all the names of them. You know, you know,
they're there. We know
you
them.
have like yeah, exactly. Like the Chinese ones, etc. It's like every region has, you know, when you think about like the Latin American ones, you know, Indian culture, all of those, like religion is such a beautiful thing in that like, oh wow, you have this one unifying factor that brings these people together, brings this community for, you know, just thinking like there's a higher purpose for us, right? I think that's a beautiful thing. But then you have people that exploit it. And then that, you know, so it's like, I find it really hard to look at religion these days and be like, oh, wow, like, yeah, I really appreciate people who actually have like faith, you know, rather than like people who just like, I'm Christian, but you know what? I sin every day, but God says it's okay. You know, like things like that, you know? So it's just like, whatever.
Well, I guess I maybe want to like take back the comment that I said. It's like, oh, they're weaponizing it nowadays.
It is.
It is 1000%. But I mean, if we're really going to take it really way back, they've been kind of like weaponizing it for
millennium.
Oh,
I mean, think about, I'm just going to talk about my own people, Filipinos, you know, like we were colonized by Spain for like 300 years and forced Christianity upon us or Catholicism like upon us. And it was used to control us. So it's really just something that's been going on for generations, but we don't, sex.
But here's the thing. But then you still have people of each generation break that cycle. So take, for instance, like Rose's mom, you know?
Yeah.
She can advocate for, you know, better treatment of people and feminism and taking care of women because, you know, she looked at what her generation was doing and was like, wow, this is really fucked up, guys. Don't you all see it? Like, wake up.
Yeah.
So I think like the important thing is like, you know, especially like the conversation that you guys had with Kathy, your mother, I think is really important because I think now more than ever, we do need generations to find that common link. So
Sure. And I think that like, I mean, we talked about this, especially after like the Charlie Kirk stuff, is that I feel like one of the main, a huge privilege that I have, not just because of being white in America, but a huge privilege I have is having two parents, a mother and a father, who are very understanding of everyone's background. They're not like, you know, judging anyone for who they are. They are very progressive and they have very, you know, it's an open door policy in my house. You know, my parents are the least judgmental people, most opinionated people, but the least judgmental people. And that is a privilege because I see the world in a very optimistic way because I've watched their generation. Both my parents go through incredibly terrible things, right? Like my dad's from you know, he's an immigrant. He had to leave his country because of his own religious persecution.
Like the Irish is not. I mean, they're white, but they're kind of not treated as.
They're not treated as such, and you know, religion was weaponized and used to colonize them and everything. And they were told that they were the wrong religion because they were Catholic Irish. And then you have my mother, who was born a woman and watched a lot of sexism growing up, and then also was like grew up poor. So then she watched a lot of classism, and both of them are not resentful people. They're the complete opposite. So like I'm more optimistic about the future and how I see things. And that's like why, like, you know, we had that conversation where I was like, look, my parents, they're not panicking about like where we are right now, right? Like they are like, there is going to be, the revolution will happen. Like we will get, you know, to freedom. We will, all these amazing things that they've just kind of instilled in my sister and I. And like, when it comes to religion, you know, I feel like, you know, you were just saying like, there's so many beautiful religions in the world and it's so great and amazing. Unfortunately though, I feel like in America, what has happened is that we've chosen, and I hate to say it, I'm going to point blame to the idea of like the white Jesus, because there's people who can't imagine worshiping someone that they actually don't even respect, right? So they can't.
That motherfucker was not blonde with blue eyes.
No, he wasn't, but they can't imagine worshiping someone they see less than them. They have to worship someone they see as an equal or above them. So of course they had to make Jesus white in their eyes, right? So it's this idea that they themselves has used religion to fit them, which is like, honestly, I mean, fine. Like kinking, like shame, like sex, if you need to fit it to your diameter or like your like belief system, okay, but you don't need to be so negative about it. There's just such an anger that I feel like comes from people who are very like evangelical about religion that I'm just like, this is not what I was taught or told about religion or
Bad
about
vibes.
God or about, I think it was like, so strange how much anger comes from these people that I'm just like, wow, if only you could use that anger in like a positive way or like in a more productive way. Like, I just think it stalls them.
I love that you said, you know, like watching your parents be so like optimistic even through like tough times.
Yeah.
Like, and it really does show because you are actually like one of the most positive people that I know, you know, because no, but it's true. You know, like you see a lot of people, you know, everyone has like that one friend that it's like, okay, yeah, wow, no matter what, she's having a great day, you know? And it's like, I feel like, you know, you always just exude that optimism.
The energy is always very powerful.
I can't say that's me too. My parents were very pessimistic growing up. And
I think it's a privilege to have the optimism. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just more common that like, here we are, 1 out of 3 of us, right? Grew up in a situation where my parents were like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter what race you are, what class you are, what gender you are, like what sexuality you are. Like, the whole idea is that my parents taught my sister and I the most important thing to be in this world is to be a good person. That's it.
Yeah, it's so
that
simple.
is 1000% it. Pick your homies up from the airport. Always have enough in your money to bail someone out for a felony and be a good person. That's literally all they could have taught me. Also, my dad's whole thing about never having sex with a man who doesn't have a top sheet. But that's like another like weird thing.
you know what? But
It's very important though. Top sheets are very important.
hold on. What a lesson from your father. I think that is so true because I think back to dudes that I, you know, hooked up with that didn't have top sheets and they were all pieces of shit.
Yeah, the whole thing is top sheets matter. Okay,
Guys,
like I don't understand.
Me and Brian don't use top sheets.
Get it. How do
but
you
you're
separate your
together. That's
So do
different.
you wash your duvet all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, well then
No,
you're
I think
better than most people.
I do all of them all the time. Yeah.
I think if you do it as a couple, that's fine. But as a single man, that's a hell no.
It's so weird to me.
I mean, look, Brian, I doubt he ever had a fucking top sheet, and that is a good man.
He's an exception and not the rule. But no, for some weird reason, my dad would always just be like, you know, I mean, his thing was
To me,
never
I
have
care
sex.
more
It
like,
was
do
just
you have a
top
bed
sheet.
frame or not? You know what I mean? Is the mattress on the floor or not?
Okay, but you know me. I love a good box spring in the mattress just because I have sciatica and I love my box spring.
But you know what
in my
I mean, though,
mattress.
because
Yeah,
I've
no.
dated guys
Is that
where
that
it was
like
just,
back pain right here?
Yes, it is, and it goes down your hips. But yes, dating guys that have just a mattress on the floor,
like, there's no box spring. It's
I
just
think
like
that's
a fucking.
what I have. You don't
it's
have
just a
box-
mattress on the floor.
I think box springs.
You have a mattress on the floor? You don't strike me. No, you don't.
No, I'm talking about Sky.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was like,
Okay.
Karen doesn't strike me as
Side
someone
quest
who has a mattress.
convos. Side
She
quest
knows
convos.
sciatica.
And look, I get it. Beds are expensive, but also like, look, if you go on Facebook Market, you get something for like $30 or something.
No, I will say I think box springs are not really used anymore because like I just have my bed frame and my mattress.
That's it. That's good. Those are perfect. That's all you need.
What is mine on?
You have a bed frame,
Oh yeah, I do have a bed frame.
and then you have 2 mattresses. Wow, I spend a lot of time at your house.
I got a new mattress. I know.
I'm
I
really
got a new
excited
mattress.
because my boyfriend and I are moving in together in like 2-3 weeks.
Oh my God, congratulations. Wait, that's so cute. Okay, wait, how did that conversation go about?
Well, because the whole point of me moving to San Diego was because we want to move in together.
Yeah.
And I feel like and I think we both see this. I'm a girly that just does better in relationships when we co-live.
Okay, got it.
So, you know, but I
You're a
moved
twin, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I moved to San Diego, and he's still finishing out his lease. So I've been at my own place. So now we're gonna consolidate into one.
Cute.
Yeah.
I love that. Wait, okay, so then have you guys agreed on like a couch? I know that like
We're gonna keep his couch.
do you like it?
Yes,
Oh,
I wish it
rare.
was a different material.
You can get cushions.
But I will say I already have an idea for how I'm gonna decorate. So that's all I need.
Aw.
I have a vision. and-
Okay.
And you know me, I love to decorate.
We
so.
went to Home Goods together once. That's where
love a
I
good
bought my-
Home
I
Goods.
love Home Goods.
I used to have a weird, you ready for this shit? I used to have a weird sex dream that always happened at either a Home Goods or an IKEA. And there would be people that would be like watching, and then it would turn into this like thing where they would just be like, and here is what you can do with your own room.
Yes.
And then it's a weird dream.
You're
Slide
such a writer
46.
because that like only I feel like that's,
What happened to a writer brain?
yeah.
I have a question. So,
king.
okay, so Steph's been to a play party. Are you hoping to go to one? Or
She
like,
needs to be at one immediately. She was supposed to go with. Sorry, I'm interrupting. but
Go
she was supposed to
ahead.
go with
Fine.
me to the play, but then it didn't happen.
I couldn't. I had some,
You got waxed for it too, and it was paid for.
I did.
Wait,
I got
what?
a wax. I know. I got someone to pay for. Again, I don't pay for my waxings. I'm sorry. I just don't. Here, I will say this. Yes, I do need to go to a play party. Sure, I would love to. I just couldn't. Something came up personally, but I got waxed and everything. Someone paid for it. In fact, the guy who paid for it, I told him, I was like, I'm going to a play party after we hook up. We didn't even hook up. He was like, he missed his flight. Anyways, but play parties, I will participate. Not participate. I don't know. I just want to go and like see. What's so weird though is I'm like not. I will go for the research of broke girl, but like it's not something I'm inherently like turned on
Here's
by
the
that.
thing. Here's the thing.
She's gonna okay. Ready? Intervention.
Not even intervention. Just letting you know, I'm on this journey.
Oh.
To have Rose admit that she, or not even admit, to realize that she should be poly. And I think one of those steps is bringing her. I'm not saying that it's just poly, whatever. But
That's
I
a
think
step.
It's a step, though. It's a step.
You have
though.
to work your way
Yeah,
up.
that's a step. There's a step
to the
But
right.
I think like going to a
step.
play party and like being in the environment, meeting people in the community. Having these more conversations on the
Starting
pod,
a group chat.
starting a group chat. Like I think
It's where it starts.
she would be excellent as
Yes.
a poly person
No,
or
'cause
non-monogamous. Of course,
I could envision Rose with just like 3 whipped dudes, like just all
Yes.
like absolute stallions, just following her around, and she's just like, whoosh,
1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
I
gonna
could
say
just see
no.
it. I feel like you really know how to command a room,
my
so
God,
you can just
yeah.
like command some dicks. But
Like I could see like you just having like I don't know why I just saw you imagine you having a threesome, but I could just see that like
Yeah.
just 1,000%.
Wait, you
just
can see
being-
me having sex?
I know. I couldn't. The other day, I was really trying to
couldn't do it?
envision. I couldn't do it, but now I saw it.
you couldn't what?
She could envision
I couldn't
it.
think of her in a sexual way, like not in a sexual way, but like I couldn't imagine you doing any sexual activity.
See, and
Like it was
here's-
like it felt like it's like thinking about like your sibling.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I don't
that's
know,
a good.
but-
Yeah. Okay. But I
and,
get
and
that.
that's
may
the
not
thing is
live,
like
but-
you like whenever you like let's say you are going to play parties
Yeah.
and you have friends that you're cool with seeing in that situation, and then you have friends that you're like, well, I don't necessarily want to like for example, like my rave fam, like I don't want to ever see them fuck, like
Oh, okay. I
and-
get what
and
you're saying.
they're the closest thing to me, but
Yeah.
like that's my family. Like I would never
I don't want to see any of my friends fuck.
see, and that's the thing is like
Like I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you.
Exactly.
Like to me, friends are like family. I'm
Yeah.
like,
what I've realized is, especially from now removing myself from the play party scene, is that like those friends that I used to, watch fuck, like it was definitely a different type of friendship. There
Yeah.
was
Oh.
definitely a difference.
a different category.
Yes. So that's why, like, I'm curious, like, if you two go together to one, I assume it would very much be like me and Niki when we used
Yes.
to go. Like,
Oh my God. 1,000.
Rose.
I mean, how do you
Where's
feel about it? I
Rose?
know how I feel, but
like-
what do you feel about it? Would you feel comfortable seeing me ever?
I mean, yeah. If I walked in, I'd be like,
I think,
and then
I
just
think
walk
Rose
away.
wouldn't care more than I.
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
it's not like I would sit and watch, but I'd be like, "That's my
There you go,
girl,"
that's
and
it,
then
sucking
keep it
dick.
pushing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, "That's
See,
my
like,
friend."
if I ever walked into a room and like I spot a little bit of Nicole, I'm like, oh, nope. But that was just, she was in that bucket.
Yeah, that's your.
That's my sister. I can't see her fuck.
no,
It's like,
sisters, that's like different.
can't even
Friends, I'm like,
Like when I think of like my brother, even because I don't have sisters, but I think about my brother doing even just any sexual activity, like kissing a girl. I'm like, ew, do you even know how to do that? Like, and he's a grown man with a mortgage,
Right.
And I'm like, I can't even imagine
mortgage
him
part is
even like
important.
kiss a girl. And when I heard him with this, because he's now divorced, like call his ex-wife like honey, I'm like, ew.
You're,
Like
like,
you're a fucking fake ass
disgusting.
hoe.
isn't that so weird?
love
Like,
it
for
to death,
example,
though.
like, do you ever feel weird like kissing Brian like in front of your siblings?
Yes. Okay. Wrap up.
yeah.
Wrap it up,
yeah,
guys. Put a condom on it.
I don't like I'm not good at PDA at all. I've always been like that ever since my entire life. Like I'm not like I'm nervous for like the wedding, and again, I'm not engaged, but the wedding where
I think you're really manifesting it, Steph. Here.
It's happening
pregnancy
soon.
and engagement.
Pre-engaged. There's a spreadsheet started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm nervous for the wedding when they're like, well, now you could kiss the bride, and then I'm like, in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
But then,
Steph,
but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Steph,
It's just
you have
like
to realize it is your first kiss as a married couple.
Well, I
It's her first
understand
kiss
that.
ever.
But
What
I
are you
don't want
talking about?
people to
She's
watch
never
me.
kissed a man.
So aggressively down his throat. Yes.
I think it's just like I don't care if my friends see me kiss, but it's more so like my parents like seeing me do that.
Oh, bring
And
a fan. Just
here's the thing. I actually expressed this to my mom, and I was like, I'm not in PDA. I'm nervous about the first kiss as husband and wife and stuff. And she's like, oh, you get that from me because I'm like that. She's like, even when she married my dad, they said, well, you could kiss the bride. And my mom was like so nervous that she dodged the kiss.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I think she said
makes
just
are your
like,
parents still together?
no,
Nope.
divorce,
No,
obviously.
yeah.
But she was like so like
Foreshadowing.
nervous about that she was just like,
I'm gonna yell, everyone look away.
Yes.
And then yeah.
Thank you.
No, I think you need to bring one
fan.
of those little clacker fans and
oh
just
yeah, that's a
and
good
then just-
idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
and it's so demure that way.
It's very demure.
Very demure.
It's like, let me talk about getting fucked, and then
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you see me kiss my husband.
It's like you're talking about.
Excuse me, she has boundaries.
Boundaries,
Respect
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You know?
Ain't nobody gonna see us kisses.
Yeah,
But we'll talk about our sex life for thousands of people to hear.
exactly.
We love that.
That's okay. And you can
Balance.
subscribe to it.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Guys, since we have to wrap up, I just want to say it's been an honor having you guys.
It was fun.
Oh, let's keep the vibes going. Part 2 on BGT.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Head on over to BGT for part 2. But plug yourselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where
you
can
wanna go
people
first?
find you?
You can find me Rose_Etta Stone. That's my Instagram and my Venmo. Oscar like that.
Yes, yeah.
You hear that, Oscar? It's Rose_Etta Stone. Etta with 2 T's like Miss James herself.
She
okay?
takes nothing less than
Nothing less.
$50
Yeah.
Yep.
Minimum is $10
per transaction. Thank
Yes.
you.
And then follow me, Stephanie Megan, or go to brokotherapy.com. All that shit is there.
And
And
guys-
probably my Venmo too.
Yeah.
I probably should link it.
Link it.
Yeah.
Link the Venmo. And guys, you can follow us at Cami and Niki. Hello. Sorry, I'm just so nervous. Me coming out of retirement for one day. But yeah, like and subscribe if you're still here. Share it with. You don't have to share it. It's fine. You know,
No, share it. Sharing is
Give 5
caring.
stars.
Come on.
Yes.
Spread the word.
5-star reviews, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, thank you, GT fam, for tuning in. As always, wear condoms, be safe out there, and be kind to one another.
Love your love.
Especially animals and children. Okay? So
Oh,
Aw.
it's not true though. The
It
innocent,
is.
you
I
know,
love
like
that.
I see so much shit about, kids and animals getting mistreated, and I'm like, we have to take care of them.
we do.
It's their
We do.
planet too.
Yeah.
Hey.